Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The Canadian press reports that Iranian nuclear facilities in Arak and Yazd province came under attack on Friday, just hours after Israel warned it would escalate and expand its campaign against Tehran. Israel claimed responsibility, stating the strikes targeted missile production and infrastructure related to its nuclear program, calling the attack on the Yazd plant a major blow. Iran swiftly vowed retaliation, with the IRGC warning employees of U.S. and Israeli-tied companies to abandon their workplaces. No casualties or contamination were reported at the targeted Iranian nuclear sites, though the Arak plant had been non-operational since a previous Israeli attack in June. Amidst rising global tensions, U.S. President Donald Trump claimed very well progress in ceasefire talks and urged Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil shipping lane. However, Iran denied any negotiations and presented its own five-point proposal. The conflict has caused significant economic fallout, with stock markets reeling and oil prices climbing. Beyond Iran, Israeli airstrikes also hit targets in Tehran and western Iran, while smoke rose over Beirut, killing two. Saudi Arabia and Kuwait also reported missile and drone attacks, with Kuwaiti ports suffering material damage. The escalating conflict has led to thousands of casualties across Israel, Lebanon, Iran, Iraq, and Gulf Arab states, with a UN agency warning of a wider humanitarian disaster. The U.S. has deployed additional Marines and paratroopers to the region. Global news reports that Wall Street experienced its sharpest decline since the start of the Iran war, with the S&P 500 falling 45.4%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropping 469 points, and the Nasdaq Composite sinking 2.4%. This plunge was driven by renewed skepticism regarding a potential end to the conflict, especially after Iran denied direct talks and rejected a U.S. ceasefire proposal delivered via Pakistan. Consequently, oil prices surged, with Brent crude climbing 4.8% to $119 per barrel, raising concerns about inflation. President Trump's conflicting messages, initially hinting at productive talks then threatening hell before delaying plans to hit Iranian power plants, added to market volatility. Tech stocks were particularly affected, with Meta Platforms and Alphabet falling significantly after a social media addiction trial verdict. High Treasury yields further dampened economic outlooks by increasing borrowing costs for consumers and businesses. Al Jazeera reports that U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced on March 27, 2026, the United States anticipates its military operation in Iran will conclude swiftly, within a matter of weeks, not months. Rubio indicated that the operation is progressing ahead of schedule and that its objectives can be achieved without the deployment of ground troops. This statement provides an optimistic outlook on the duration and scope of the ongoing military engagement, highlighting a potentially rapid resolution to the conflict. According to Ginja Report, two container ships belonging to China COSCO Shipping Group were reportedly forced to turn back by Iran while attempting to transit the Strait of Hormuz on Friday morning. The vessels, identified as CSCL Indian Ocean and CSCL Arctic Ocean, were near Larak Island, approximately 20 miles from Bandar Abbas, Iran. This incident is considered an unusual step by Iranian authorities, who have historically focused such shipping blockades on countries perceived to support Israel and the United States. Iran's Revolutionary Guard, through its affiliated Noor News, confirmed turning back 3 container ships of different nationalities, stating that vessels calling at ports of U.S. and Israeli allies are prohibited from using the waterway. Intelligence firm Cocker Abbas noted that these two COSCO ships had been delayed in the Persian Gulf since February 28, following reported attacks by the U.S. and Israel on Iran, linking the event to heightened regional tensions. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.